Good evening everybody, and welcome to our Centennial edition of JWE Monday Night Jayromada. It is officially our 100th week, and we'll be capping it off with our King and the Queen of the Ring tournaments this weekend. But first, we're in Toronto, Ontario, where we begin with a Tag Team Championship main event, as the Mech Femmes put their belts on the line against the Twin Dragons. Meanwhile, we have a heavyweight triple threat match in the men's division. Yukari Takeba finds herself back in the ring against Eunie, and Sakura Ogami takes on Samus Aran in what is expected to be a barn burner of a first 2 out of 3 falls match. So get ready as we celebrate reaching 100 weeks of this promotion, because this is Jayromada. And here we go, starting off our 100th night. It is a Tornado Tag Eliminator Match, which we'll get into the rules later. But introducing first, they are your men's Tag Team Champions, Mondo Wada, Kiyotaka Ishimaru, the Ultimate Brotherhood.
The following contest is a Tornado Tag Team Match. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 314 pounds, the Men's Impact Tag Team Champions, Kiyotaka and Mondo Bad Boy Omega, the Brotherhood.
And their opponents, it is Yu Narukami and Yosuke Hanamura, Brosona. And yeah, the strategies for this match are gonna be different than usual because, like I said, this is a Tornado Tag match. A Tornado Tag Eliminator match. So as the name implies, it's not first fall wins. It's who can eliminate the opposing team first? Who can pin both first? Or submit. Here we go, all 4 men in the ring staring the opposing team down. And ref rings the bell. Yosuke versus Mondo. Yu versus Taka to begin this match. And a double foot stomp from Yosuke. Yu jumping over Taka, stomping down on him. And a stump leg breaker from Yosuke. Narukami just working the knee of Taka. Enziguri from Yosuke. Moonsault, and nobody's home. Getting like 3 inches off that bounce. And now Narukami going after Mondo as Brosona switch targets. Long blower from Yosuke. Early 2 count. Now Yosuke heading out of the ring. No disqualifications here. And dragging out a table. And now a double team against Mondo. As Yosuke goes back to Taka, both members of the Ultimate Brotherhood in opposite corners for a moment, but Taka escaping, and Zenkichi and Narukami dragging out a second table. Mondo dragging Narukami down, but Narukami flipping that around. The table acting as a shield. And now Narukami throwing Taka into the corner, but Taka escaping with that reversal, flying clothesline from Yosuke. And just driving the neck down into the knee. There's only one, but here's an arm trap crossface from Narukami that Mondo immediately gets out of. And a big boot, but now belly to back. Tornado airplane spin from Yosuke. Narukami crank on the neck of Taka. And the cover, only going to be one. And using the ropes as leverage, again, only one. And now, Yosuke in the corner. Rolling neck breaker, there's two. Taka kicks out. And now, Yosuke going for a pin against Mondo. And Mondo kicks out. Rolling neck snap from or neckbreaker suplex from Yosuke, and a third table. You know, you should probably be using the tables if you want to bring them into the ring. Narukami up top. Mondo with a stunner. Narukami down from the top rope. There's two. Yosuke kicks out. Neck breaker. But now Narukami turning Mondo around. Tossing him over the top rope. And a knee to the chin. And a fourth table as Narukami finally getting one of the tables set up. High ankle hold, that's going to be a rope break. We just have tables all over. And that's another table. Mondo with a outside pin attempt. There's two. Yosuke kicks out. Springboard enziguri from Taka. Taka grabbing a table. Setting it up. And immediately getting it taken back down. And Hanamura up top. Diving elbow against Mondo. Taka setting up Narukami. There's one, there's two. Mondo kicks out. Narukami sent through a table. And now Taka looking to grab another table. How many tables do we need, guys? We don't have a sponsorship with IKEA. Looking for the enziguri, but missing. Yosuke going for the cover. There's 1, 2. Mondo's out. So now it's a 2-on-1 against Kiyotaka Ishimaru. The kick into the crossbody. Nice little double team there from Brosona. Another table has been set up, blocking Taka's escape. Narukami, Yosuke missing the roundhouse kick. Again, that table is just causing chaos. Narukami getting his back thrown into the metal bits of the bottom of the table. Guillotine facebuster. Bataka immediately up to his feet, teleporting. What is going on? Narukami sending Taka into the corner, busting him open, sending him up top. Avalanche incoming. But Taka escaping, pushing Narukami into Yosuke, but Yosuke standing on, or remaining on his feet. Turning Taka around. Knee to the back of the neck. Up, over, backbreaker. Suplex. And Narukami going for the cover. There's two. Taka kicks out. And Yosuke with a double knees to the chest. A little bit of miscommunication. Super kick. Again, slight miscommunication. Probably can't hear themselves over the roar of the crowd. And Narukami throwing a table into Yosuke. And now Yosuke breaking up his partner's submission, or Taka's submission attempt against his partner. Soccer ball, or a Pele kick. There's two, there's three. Yosuke Hanamura. Take a bow. Also, do we really need that many tables? Again, we aren't sponsored by IKEA. Nor anyone for that matter. But yeah, this pin attempt to bring it down to 3 or a 2-on-1. And then the Pele kick in the corner to put Taka away.
Here are your winners, Yusef and
I'm just surprised that Yosuke doesn't have concussion after being having a table thrown at his head, but well, I guess that's the power of Brosona. And here we go for our second matchup of the evening. It is a submissions match.
The following contest is a submission match. Making her way to the ring from Japan, Tanaka.
Introducing first, it is Yukari Takeba, excuse me. It is Yukari Takeba. Got ahead of myself. And place your bets on how many submission holds, you know, how many of their own submission holds are going to break. Over under is a 9.5. And her opponent, representing Ouroboros, it is Eunie. And here we go. Closing distance already very short. And Eunie with a double knee. And one moment. Why are you being like this, capture card? Or OBS, like, something is going on. Okay. Yep. Yep. Yeah, whatever. Alright, sorry about that. Anyway, Yukari being sent down with that double leg drop kick. Eunie work on the neck. Stomping down on the knee. And a kick right between the shoulders. Eunie scrambling up top. Diving senton. And the ground and pound. Trying to get Yukari back up to her feet. Punch right to the back of the head, and now the standing submission attempt. Yukari immediately getting out. Grabbing the wrist, stomping down on the back of the head. And a double foot stomp to the stomach. Kari stomping down on Eunie. Setting her up, kick to the spine. And the tides of war are shifting. Knife edge chop, kick to the chest. More kicks. Toss to the corner. And Yukari to the outside, scrambling up top. Getting Eunie back up to her feet. And just overestimating, I guess, Eunie's height there. Eunie now middle rope. She's what, like 5'5"? Something like that? Eunie with a crossbody. Maybe she's 5'6"? And feel the glow. Locked in. And there's one releasing the hold. double knees. And now Yukari crawling to the corner, trying to get herself back up to her feet. Eunie staring her down, turning her around. But Yukari with an elbow. Wheelbarrow jawbreaker. And a backflip elbow drop. And Yukari rolling through. I always forget what that name is, what that move is officially named. Turning Eunie around. The back stretch. Inverted cloverleaf back stretch. And Yukiko, Eunie, so many U names. Eunie escaping. Dragging Yukari away from the ropes. Turning her around. Side locked. Crossface. Yukari escaping. Turning Eunie around. Sweeping the leg, but Eunie stepping out of the way. Big boot to the chin. Diving axe handle drop. Top rope crossbody, but Yukari catching that scoop slam. And forgot to mention, but both of these women, they are preparing themselves for the Queen of the Ring. They've already had their names announced backstage. So I guess this is the official announcement that Eunie and Yukari will be in the Queen of the Ring tournament. Just don't know who they're going to be up against yet. Yukari stepping out of the way of the running big boot. Elbow to the chest. And sending Eunie for a run. Knife edge chop, barely missing the spine. Walking the tightrope, double leg drop kick. And Eunie, the ankle lock. Can she get Yukari to tap out? No, she can get Yukari to kick out. Knee on knee. And again. And now Yukari with another roll through. I still do not remember what that's called. Submission attempt, but Eunie elbowing out. But Yukari back on the offense, face drop. Lining up. Arm trap, crossface, pulling back and forcing Eunie to tap out. And Yukari heading to the Queen of the Ring tournament on a high. Eunie as well, but not as much. But yeah, gonna be interesting to see how well these two fare during the tournament proper. And next, introducing first, representing Torna. It is a rare singles match for him. It is Akhos. And as you may have heard, this is an Extreme Rules match. And yeah, this... My battery's low, cool. This should be an interesting one. Little peek behind the scenes.
And his opponent from the pits of hell, weighing in at 163 pounds, the Demon, Gundham Tanaka.
And his opponent, it is a Dark Lord of Destruction. The one, the only, Gundham Tanaka. And here we go, both men in the ring, no disqualifications, basically no rules, as Gundham immediately beginning with a running clothesline that Akhos turns around to a belly-to-back suplex, and a kick right to the spine. Akhos moonsault in the middle rope, connecting perfectly. And Akhos immediately looking underneath the ring, picking up something other than a table for once, this time being a kendo stick. Just bashing Gundham over the back with it. And Tanaka immediately turning that into a pin attempt. Akhos kicks out, but Gundham on the offense now. Stomping down on the chest after that slam. And Gundham grabbing hold of the neck. And Akhos immediately escaping. Gundham snapmare. And a sliding kick to the side of the head. Gundham with the kendo stick just bashing down on Akhos. Turning him around, Akhos turning that around with an elbow. Running clothesline and sliding to the outside. Picking out a ladder. And using it to create a bridge along the outside. And Gundham setting up, trying to set Akhos up on the ladder, but Akhos escaping. Chicken wing facebuster. Knee to the spine. And Akhos to the other side. Back into the ring. Getting the kendo stick and walking back to the outside. Kendo stick looking a little bit bent. Shouldn't affect performance too much. And Akhos again elbowing out of the of Gundam's attempt to get him onto the ladder. And oh no, what is Akhos looking for here? Just sending Gundham headfirst into the ladder. I thought that was going to be a little bit more, but maybe more's to come. Back into the ladder we go. Gundham. What are you... Okay, heading underneath the ring, getting out. A table. Of course it's a table. And apparently the audience loves tables. Gundham not exactly setting that up into in a great position, but up over belly first into the top of the barricade. Both men just trying to catch their breath. Akhos back up to his feet. And now Gundham elbowing out. And now nearly into the announcer's booth. Akhos trying to set the table on fire, but Gundham putting a quick stop to that. Into the steel steps, kind of. Into the ring. And Gundham snapmare. Shot to the spine. Pushing Akhos down. Going for the cover, only going to be one. Gundham sent on, but just not getting the distance he needed. Into the corner now. Gundham pulling him away. Super drop kick. Into the cover. There's two. No. Gundham setting up Akhos into the demon drop. Cover. 1, 2, 3. And Gundam also having his ticket punched for the King of the Ring tournament. Not a bad way to enter that. Just putting a championship contender in his place. Sure, it's a tag team championship contender, but contender nonetheless.
Here is your winner, a demon, Gundham Tanaka.
And your winner, the Dark Lord of Destruction. All hail Gundham Tanaka. And next up, introducing first,
Is a 2 out of 3 falls match. Making her way to the ring from the future, Samus and Aran.
it is the intergalactic bounty hunter herself. None other than your championship favorite, Samus Aran.
And her opponent from Osaka, Japan, Sandra O'Grady.
And her opponent, she is your ultimate martial artist, Sakura Ogami. Two top-tiered contenders, 2 falls to win. Here we go. Samus immediately beginning with a running knee to the chest, but Sakura back up to her feet. Samus on the offense yet again, this time with a combo. Just working the body early. If you can work the body, you can work the stamina. If you can work the stamina, you can get one fall quickly, and the second usually comes even faster. Flying crossbody. Clutching the wrist, knee to the face. And Sakura escaping. Stomping on the wrist, turning Samus around. And face first into the canvas. Flying crossbody from the middle rope. And a shot right between the shoulders. Up, over, down. And going for a quick cover. Only going to be one. Sakura up top, getting Samus back up to her feet. Spear from the top rope. And the cover. Only one still. And Samus rolling Sakura up in a schoolgirl, but now Sakura going for the cover. There's two. Samus setting that up into a pin. Only going to be one. And when did Samus get busted open? Sakura tossing her aside. Blood streaming down the left side of Samus' face. Or the right side, rather. Face first into the canvas. Stomping down. Sakura rolling Samus onto her back, ground and pound. Over the hip toss, throwing Sakura down in the corner right next to us. There's 6. We might have a double count out here, and it might be a one-fall match, to be honest. Both women racing back to the ring. And at the count of 8. Leg sweep. Shot to the ribs. Sliding knee to the chest. And now Sakura middle rope looking for a flying crossbody. But Samus, what are you celebrating? I have no idea. Sakura with a running clothesline. I think Samus was trying to get the audience on her side, completely forgetting about her opponent, who's wrapping her up in an arm triangle. Releasing the hold, probably feeling it slip a little bit. Looking for the belly-to-back suplex, but rolled up by Samus. There's 1, there's 2, and now Sakura rolling her up. There's 2. Samus kicks her off. Up, over, the side slam, there's 2, and Sakura takes an early 1-0 lead. Sakura to the outside. Top rope crossbody. Uppercuts to the stomach, and Samus looking lost. She had a strategy early on. It was working, but giving Sakura just 1 inch more than she probably should have. Putting her on the back foot. Sakura with a reversal. Samus a reversal right back. She's not out of this, but Sakura avoiding the grapple, but Samus with a jawbreaker. trying to tie this thing up. The ground and pound. Stomp to the chest. Clutching the wrists. Knee to the chest. And Samus trying to line something up. Hurricane Rana. Into the pin. There's one. There's two. Not quite. Sakura catching that kick. Turning Samus around. German suplex. And the cover. There's two. There's three. And that's probably the closest 2-0 win we've ever seen in this promotion. I am honestly shocked that that did not end up being 2-1. Sakura, towards the end, just locking in. Pushing the offense away when she needed it. Or when she needed to, and will we see another Sakura Ogami Championship run soon?
Here is your winner, Sandra O'Grady.
And here we go for a triple threat match.
The following contest is an elimination match. Making his way to the ring from Authority Megacorp HQ, weighing in at 300 pounds, Dr. England.
And as you may have heard, this should be another elimination match. Introducing first, it is the one, the only, Dr. Ivo Robotnik, Dr. Eggman. And man, his mustache is looking shiny today. And for his opponents,
And his opponents, first, from Tokyo, Japan, weighing in at 186 pounds.
introducing first, it is the Lone Wolf, Zenkichi Hasegawa. And last but not least,
And from Nakata, Japan, weighing in at 268 pounds, Coach Nekomaru Nidai.
coming off of a rather surprising close match against Mondo Wada last week. It is the Ultimate Coach, Nekomaru Nidai. And there's no way that Eggman and Zenkichi can, screw this up, right? They have the numbers advantage. Surely they can one of them can finally get a win over Nekomaru. And here we go, all three men ready. And here we go, ref rings the bell. And Zenkichi immediately going after Nekomaru, who just takes him down. And now Eggman with a snap elbow, Zenkichi getting out of the way, immediately attacked by Nekomaru. Now it's just attack Zenkichi day. This is turning into attack, attack Hasegawa day. Zenkichi to the outside. Eggman dropping Nekomaru. Sensitive area first into the knee. Zenkichi with a kendo stick. Just bouncing right off of Eggman. And I think the Eggman's already bleeding. Eggman throwing the kendo stick, but aim a little bit off. Pushing Nekomaru off of him, clothesline. And again, Zenkichi just bouncing off of Eggman. Nekomaru back up to his feet. Picking him up over the shoulder like he's nothing and throwing him out of the ring like he's nothing. Zenkichi with a neck breaker. Going for the quick cover. There's two. Nekomaru with a bash over the brains of Eggman with that kendo stick. Only going to be one. And again, like always, the Eggman Empire out here in droves. Zenkichi shot to the spine. Knocking down the referee in that attack against Eggman. And Zenkichi over the shoulder bouncing, Nekomaru over the shoulder bouncing Zenkichi off the top rope. Falling neck breaker. And Eggman and Zenkichi both escaping to the outside, and Eggman going for a quick cover. Referee not even close to ready. And now all three men along the outside, shot to the stomach. And now Zenkichi picking up Eggman. Barrel roll suplex. One. The longest one count in the world. Eggman with a back elbow. Picking up Zenkichi, but Zenkichi escaping Eggman again with an elbow. Into the steel steps, and now Nekomaru with a DDT. Suplex into the steps. But Zenkichi with a dragon screw. Looking for the Wolf's Bane powerbomb up, over, Wolf's Bane powerbomb into the steps. And the cover. There's one, there's two. Somehow Nekomaru kicks out. Up, over, neck breaker from Nekomaru. And here comes Zenkichi throwing him into the barricade. Zenkichi, what are you doing? I have no idea, but there's an elbow. Going after Nekomaru, but Nekomaru with the stunner. And the cover, only one. Into the ring. Nekomaru sending Eggman. Eggman back outside. Nekomaru just work on the leg. Pushing Eggman pushing Nekomaru down, going for a cover. Referee again, nowhere close. Into the barricade. And now Nekomaru turning Zenkichi around, release German suplex. And Eggman chasing Nekomaru down. Up, over. Again, knee right to the nuts. And eat lead. Face first into the iron. Crossbody. I think Zenkichi thought that Eggman was a baseball. There's two. Nekomaru kicks out. Into the steps. And now Zenkichi. Elbow drop against Nekomaru. Back into the ring. And again, Zenkichi, what are you doing? Face first from Eggman. And Nekomaru up top. Eggman picking up Zenkichi, sending him down along the outside with that egg bomb. And the cover, there's one, there's two, and Zenkichi will not kick out. Eggman versus Nekomaru. Eggman ripping the kendo stick out of Nekomaru's hand. Bash over the top of the head. But Nekomaru catching the kick, dragon screw. Kick to the chest. Up, over. Power bomb into the apron. Nearly pulling a Waluigi. But unfortunately, Eggman not quite as tall. You have no idea what I'm talking about. That was all the way back in Season 1. Waluigi versus Senator Armstrong. Eggman throwing Zenkichi into the corner. Nekomaru into the corner. Nekomaru back up to his feet. Belly to belly planted power slam. 1, 2, 3. I have no words. Like, legitimately no words. Nekomaru is just on a complete other planet at this point. And even against two opponents, yeah, Nekomaru, his only true opponent at this point is Jin, so... Well, we know what the next 7,000 championship matches in this division is going to be. And for our main event of the evening, introducing first, they are your challengers for this championship matchup. Introducing first, it is Chie Sadanaka and Yukiko Amagi, the Twin Dragons. And their opponents, they are your women's tag team champions, looking to extend that here tonight. It is Tifa Lockhart and Sharla, the Mech Femmes. And ever since Win the Belts, I don't even remember when, these two have basically been untouchable. But in the great words of, I believe it's Arthur Edwards, right, from Hitman. I think his name is Arthur Edwards. No one's untouchable, Miss Burnwood. I think that's the line. I don't know.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall and is for the Women's Impact Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers, Yukiko and Satoru, the Lucha Dragons. And their opponents, the Women's Impact Tag Team Champions, Sandra and Tia, the Lockhart, the Grinders.
And here we go, Yukiko, or Yukari. Yes, Yukiko, Sharla first in the ring. And over the shoulders. Look for the stomp, Sharla gets out of the way. Again, so many U names, and I'm already not really good with names as it is. Yukiko stomping down, leg drop. Kick to the spine, and tagging Chie. Chie slamming the hand into the canvas, turning Sharla around. Knee to the chin. And Chie, what are you doing? Trying to reposition herself, but I don't think she really knows where she wants to go. Heading up top. And Sharla throwing her down. Chie, you saw that she was there. Why did you even attempt that? I have no idea. But Sharla going for the cover. There's one. Chie kicks out. Swinging neck breaker. And Chie back up to her feet, but immediately swarmed by Sharla again over the shoulders and that single shoulder suplex. And now Sharla heading to the corner, tagging in Tifa. Running knee from Chie, immediately running into the knee of Tifa. Knee to the shin. And now Tifa middle rope. Will she have the distance? Yes, she will. Sidearm bar. Chie immediately escaping. And looking to tag Yukiko back in, but Tifa elbowing out. Walking Chie back to the southwest corner. And face first into the turnbuckle. Going for the cover. Only going to be one. And throwing Yukiko out of the ring. And Chie wrapping up Tifa. Rolling arm breaker. And Chie tagging out Yukiko in. And stepping out of the way of that double leg dropkick, sending Tifa for an Irish whip. Diving underneath. Single leg dropkick to the chest. And work on the neck, but Tifa immediately getting out, and a double leg Pele kick. Tifa tagging Sharla in. Yukiko along the apron. And just waiting there. Now pulling back on Yukiko, but it's along the outside, so it doesn't matter. Wheelbarrow facebuster from Yukiko. And back into the ring. Sharla, she can waste all of her time. Yukiko realizing this, resetting the count. Chie realizing this, sending Sharla back into the ring. Tornado DDT off the springboard. And Yukiko allowing Sharla to tag out. And a double leg dropkick. Figure 4 leg snap. And a hip attack from Tifa. Stomping down on the hand. Tagging Sharla back in. And Chie trying to save Yukiko, but Sharla slamming her down. Spine first into the apron, 2-on-1 along the outside. But Yukiko sending Sharla for a run, taking her down, armbar. Just working on the arm. Probably needs to be careful. Definitely needs to be careful. There's 7. And back into the ring we go. Nearly tripping the referee, but Chie sending Sharla down with that drop kick. Referee trying to get Sharla back into the ring. There's 9, and this is probably going to end via countout. So it's a win for the Twin Dragons, but a retention for the Femmes. And Chie, what in the hell were you thinking, girl? Giving the Mech Femmes a free out to defend the belt.
Here are your winners, and
And with that, I'd like to thank you all for joining us here tonight on week 100 of Monday Night JWE Jayromada. Hope to see you on Wednesday for what is officially week 100 of Windcrest, even though we all know it's technically not. And then week 100 of Eclipse as we get ready for our King and Queen of the Ring tournaments this weekend. Definitely do not want to miss that, because the winners of those two will have a guaranteed title shot at Summer SmackDown. But until then, we are signing out from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. See ya.